The insistent chirping of my alarm clock dragged me from my sleep. 6 o'clock in the morning. Ugh, Friday! Why was Friday so far from Monday and so close to another Monday? I hit the snooze button, a wave of longing washing over me for just 10 more minutes. But I knew better. 10 minutes always turned into 20, and 20 into a mad dash out the door. I threw off the covers and stumbled out of bed, the scent of lavender from my pillow mist following me like a sleepy cloud. A quick shower later, I was in my closet, staring at my reflection in the full-length mirror. Another day, another outfit to conquer the world, I muttered to myself. I settled on a crisp white blouse and a sleek black pencil skirt, a classic power combo for my job as a financial analyst at Goldman Sachs. As I applied the finishing touches to my makeup, my gaze fell on my vanity table. Among the array of cosmetics, a sleek tube shimmered under the warm glow of the vanity lights, my Kröss Beauty lip gloss in the shade Power Play. With a smile, I swiped the gloss across my lips, the subtle shimmer and the sweet scent of vanilla instantly brightening my mood. It was my little ritual, my secret weapon for a boost of confidence. There was just something about Kröss Beauty's Power Play lip gloss. It wasn't just the way it made my lips look fuller and more defined, or the subtle shimmer that caught the light just so. It was the feeling it evoked, a surge of confidence that started with a swipe across my lips and radiated outwards. I grabbed my phone, keys, and a protein bar from the kitchen counter and headed out the door. My reflection in the elevator mirror gave me a reassuring wink. Today was going to be a good day, I could feel it. The subway ride to work was its usual chaotic symphony of hurried footsteps, muffled conversations, and the screech of the train tracks. I busied myself with checking emails on my phone, my mind already sifting through the mountain of spreadsheets and financial reports that awaited me at the office. By the time I reached my desk on the 32nd floor of the Goldman Sachs building, my inbox was overflowing. I took a deep breath and dove headfirst into the world of numbers and algorithms, mergers, acquisitions, market trends. My world revolved around the ebb and flow of the financial market. The morning flew by in a blur of conference calls, data analysis, and strategic planning. I thrived in the fast-paced environment of Goldman Sachs, my mind sharp and focused as I navigated the complex world of finance. As I was finalizing a presentation for an upcoming meeting, my phone buzzed with a text from my best friend Chloe. Lunch break at our usual spot? Need a break from these spreadsheets and you need to hear about my date last night, it read. I chuckled, shaking my head. Leave it to Chloe to find romance amidst the chaos of our lives. Be there in 5, I texted back, grabbing my purse and heading for the elevator. The usual spot was a cozy little Italian place nestled in the heart of the financial district. It was our haven from the corporate jungle, a place where we could unwind over plates of pasta and share stories, secrets, and dreams. So tell me everything, I exclaimed as soon as Chloe slid into the seat across from me. Who is this mystery man who finally managed to sweep you off your feet? Chloe, her eyes sparkling with excitement, launched into a detailed account of her date. A chance encounter at a bookstore, a shared love for classic literature, a walk along the Brooklyn Bridge under the moonlight. I listened with rapt attention, a smile blooming on my face. Chloe deserved all the happiness in the world. He sounds perfect, I said, taking a sip of my iced tea. When can I meet him? That's the thing, Chloe replied, a mischievous glint in her eyes. He's actually moving to the city next week, and he's going to be working at... She paused for dramatic effect, her eyes widening playfully. Don't tell me, I interjected, my mind racing. He's going to be working at Goldman Sachs? Chloe burst out laughing. Bingo, I knew you'd guess it. We spent the rest of our lunch break dissecting every detail of Chloe's budding romance. It was almost unbelievable how fate had brought them together, a chance encounter at a bookstore leading to a life-changing connection. A part of me couldn't help but feel a pang of envy. When would I find my own fairy tale romance? As we were leaving the restaurant, Chloe nudged me playfully. Speaking of romance, she whispered, her eyes darting towards the entrance. Isn't that your dream man walking in? I followed her gaze and my breath hitched. Standing by the entrance, looking effortlessly handsome in a navy blue suit was the man of my dreams, literally. I had only seen him in my dreams, but there he was, in the flesh, more captivating than I could have ever imagined. He had the kind of face that could launch 1,000 ships, chiseled jawline, piercing blue eyes that seemed to see right through me, and a smile that could melt glaciers. His hair was a shade of dark chocolate, styled to perfection, and he carried himself with an air of quiet confidence that was both intimidating and alluring. I felt my cheeks flush as our eyes met for a fleeting moment. I quickly averted my gaze, my heart pounding in my chest. Who was this mysterious stranger? And why did I feel like I already knew him? Go talk to him, Chloe hissed, pushing me gently towards him. This could be your chance encounter, your own fairy tale beginning. I hesitated, my mind a whirlwind of conflicting thoughts. What would I even say to him? How could I possibly approach a complete stranger, even if he was the man of my dreams? As if sensing my hesitation, he turned his head towards me, his eyes locking with mine once more. I felt a jolt of electricity shoot through me, making my knees weak. "Excuse me," he said, his voice a deep, velvety baritone that sent shivers down my spine. "I couldn't help but notice your lip gloss. It's a beautiful shade. What is it called?" I blinked, surprised by his question. Was he really asking me about my lip gloss? It's Kröss Beauty's Power Play! I stammered, my cheeks burning even brighter now. He smiled, and I swear my heart skipped a beat. "It suits you," he said, his eyes twinkling. "It exudes confidence and sweetness, just like the woman wearing it." I was completely disarmed by his charm. Never in my life had I been so flattered by a compliment, especially from a complete stranger. "Thank you," I managed to say, hoping I didn't sound too breathless. "I'm Ethan," he said, extending his hand towards me. "Ethan Carter." "Olivia," I replied, shaking his hand. "Olivia Hayes." His handshake was firm and confident, sending another wave of shivers down my spine. "It's a pleasure to meet you, Olivia," he said, his eyes holding mine captive. "Perhaps we'll run into each other again sometime." Before I could even process his words, he gave me a final smile and walked towards a table where an older man sat waiting. They looked so similar, I realized. Family resemblance? Chloe was practically vibrating with excitement beside me. "Oh my God, Olivia, that was electric. What did he say?" "What did you say?" "Do you think he'll ask for your number?" I held up a hand, trying to calm my racing heart. I needed a moment to process everything that had just happened, but one thing was certain. Ethan Carter had just turned my ordinary Friday into something extraordinary. The following Monday, I walked into the Goldman Sachs building with a spring in my step and a newfound confidence. Ethan's words echoed in my mind, reminding me that fairy tales could begin in unexpected places. As I made my way to my desk, I noticed a commotion near the coffee station. Chloe and others were huddled together, whispering excitedly. I approached them, curious about the buzz. "Have you met the new intern yet? He's gorgeous, and a Harvard Business School graduate." Before I could respond, the crowd parted, and there he was, Ethan Carter, looking even more handsome than before. Our eyes met, and his face lit up in recognition. I felt my cheeks flush as he made his way towards me. "Olivia," he said, his smile warm and captivating. "I knew it was you." I laughed, my heart soaring. "What are you doing here?" I asked, already knowing the answer. "I told you we'd run into each other again," he replied, eyes twinkling mischievously. "Fate has a funny way of bringing people together." He leaned in closer, his voice a low murmur. And this time, he said, his breath tickling my skin, "I'm not letting you get away." As his lips brushed against my cheek, I tasted the familiar sweetness of Kröss Beauty's Power Play lip gloss. In that moment, I knew this was just the beginning of our fairy tale, and it was a story meant to be sealed with a gloss.
Disclaimer: the stories shared on this channel are fictional and created purely for entertainment purposes. Viewer discretion is advised. Watch as I bring you thrilling tales. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss an upload.